Hello everyone, it's Peggy Lou and Norm too. He's here to help me.
Hi everyone, going to be handing stuff to Peggy and
Fetching things.
Putting it up to the camera so you can see it. Oh, I gave away something now.
Oops. I was trying to make the camera further away every year. It's been a year since I started making some of these thrift hauls, and every year I'm going to have to move the camera back further and further, so Norm thinks pretty soon we're going to be across the kitchen, but that's okay. That's what I'm going to have to do. Anyways, I have not made a thrift haul in quite a while. We did find lots of fun things over late summer and fall, and then we got into so much holiday stuff that we just never got back to showing any of these fun things that we found. So I hope you're in the mood for a thrift haul. First of all, Norm found for $3 only a nice ice-lip pitcher in very pretty stripes with a little black in it there. I've seen another one, just very similar colors, and yet it was a different design, and I left that behind in a Salvation Army in Hastings after I had already gotten this. Norm found it for $3, did I say? Yeah, so that was a pretty good deal. It's in excellent condition. And I'm not positive I'm going to be using it. I don't really do a lot of blue. This looks like more like Swedish colors to me. But it's probably more a 70s style. I don't know if I've mentioned that very many times, but these simpler designs in the shape were 70s, I believe, and anchor hocking. The ones that have a fancy ribbed top are hazel atlas, and they are typically more expensive if you're going to find them in an antique shop or online. So I would say this is 70s, but it's in excellent condition. So that was a nice find, even if I don't use it.
Who's that over that side?
Oh, he wants me to go this way. He's got a table over there.
Trying a new format.
Full of things. Yeah, he can put things a little closer to the camera for me. Then, oh, you didn't pick up my wire chicken basket. That was the next thing on the line, or is it down there?
Yes, I did.
Oh, it's down there. We tried this yesterday, believe it or not. This is our second try. Yesterday, somehow, it ended up where whenever I showed something that had writing on it, it was backwards. And of course, my dining room furniture was backwards too. I just don't understand that, because when I'm looking at the camera, everything was fine there. So that was a big surprise after going through the whole video. So we're doing it over again. This was a very fun find up north. Actually, it was St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin. We had a coupon for 25% off everything we were buying that day. We found some pretty nice things. I truly believe this is vintage. I hope you can see the chick's funny hen's head there. Pretty simple wire basket. It was $5, but with 25% off, it was $3.75. And that may sound expensive, but you could tell it was vintage. It was pretty worn. So, of course, I gave Norm the black spray paint can, and he did a very nice job making it look really pretty. It's just in great condition now. So I'm much happier with it that way. I'm sorry, I just don't care for things to be chipped and rusty, and it's just not my style, and actually Norm's not into that either. So I will probably put some lemons or some old fruit, plastic fruit in it, and probably will be in my next kitchen video. So I was glad to find that, especially with the discount. All right, next is the plastic wastebasket I found.
There you go.
Yeah, now this is really cute. Beautiful condition. I think everything's fairly straight on it here. This is a really nice weave. Very, very good condition. I don't see anything sticking out anywhere on it. It looks like it wasn't used. And what was so fun about this, it was $1.75, which is extremely cheap, and I know it's pretty old because way down the bottom is a very tiny little sticker about that big that says Target, $1.57. There is no barcode on this crazy tiny little sticker. Maybe Norm can hold it. Let's see if you hold it this way, you can see inside there to see that.
Yeah,
go close.
Hard.
You can go close because it's so far away.
Yellow sticker on a yellow bottom.
Yeah, I don't know if you can pick that up.
We don't know either, but
yeah,
trust us.
Anyways,
it's $1.57.
That's what made it fun. I've collected quite a few waste baskets over the years, and I use most of them. This one is not something that I intended to show that I thrifted recently because I don't know what it was. It was very cheap, I'm sure. But this is a much harder plastic, so I just wanted to show you what I mean by finding some very nice plastic little trash cans. So I don't know what I paid for that, but I'm sure it wasn't very much. Why are you grinning?
I was thinking of saying, you know, there's a spider in the bottom of it, don't you?
Oh, gee, I hate spiders.
Wasn't, though.
I just have a fit when I find them. He usually tries to
be nonchalant.
Yeah, he usually tries to be very quiet when he finds one to not let me see. But I usually catch him in the act of squishing a. Oh, I can't stand them. I can't stand them. Next is a tiny little glass mini basket that was only $1. I have found over the years little tiny ones just like that in white. Yeah, that's a good distance. Don't move it too much. We find that if every time I've tried to show things and I keep turning it, the camera doesn't get a chance to focus on it. So I found that in clear, and I found it in a darker amber color. So green was fun to find. I wouldn't pass that up any day for $1. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it was Family Pathways also. We sure find fun stuff there. Then I found at the Goodwill, it was $2.99 for the long milk glass basket with the big handle way over there.
There you go.
So for $2.99, hobnail, that is just crazy. I was really surprised. Goodwill, normally, I would think they charged at least $5 for that, if not $5.99. So I was very surprised to find it for $2.99, but we got 20% off. I think we had a coupon with us. So I got it for $2.39. And I did show it in my Easter video. I had baskets up there on top of the hutch, and I had one shaped like it, only it was a thumbprint pattern. So I was happy to find one to match that because I love balance so much. Then another milk glass unusual basket. I didn't seem to write down where I found this, but it was only $3.50. And again, hobnail, I should have said too, is is Fenton. So this is Fenton also, and it's got little feet on it and a double pinched handle. So that was a fun find too. $3.50 is really cheap. Boy, they're starting to charge more in antique shops for that type of thing now. I'm starting to see milk glass go up. More so in the Twin Cities, though. I don't think still out in the country that they're charging that much for milk glass, right?
How come Fenton doesn't put a label of some kind of...
There is a lot of their pieces. Yeah. Really? A lot of their pieces did have it on it. And I didn't read up on...
You should show me what it looks like sometime.
Yeah. Okay. I'll find something.
Peggy always has me
it's pretty fancy.
Stuff over to look at it.
I think it's a script, Fenton, written out, and it's in an oval.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what I've seen. All right, I found the gold, a little clip-on earring tree stand that is vintage. It was $1.50, and normally when I found these, they have been in pretty poor condition, and this one definitely needed spray painting. So Norm, again, took the little feet off, and this thing here, spray painted it. I was so glad that it actually had its little feet on the bottom, but I didn't notice until later that the one on the top here is missing. Norm offered to put some
black electrician's tape on it.
Black electrician's tape, and I thought, no, that's a guy thing. I'm fine with it just the way it is.
Spins around pretty good.
Yeah, oh, spin it. Yeah. So, anyways, they are really doing well. Those exact clip-on earring tree stands I've seen on the internet, that they've sold very well, and I was quite surprised. I'm keeping it. I've got a lot of clip-on earrings, so it does make a very cute display if you want to put a lot of fun flower ones on there. That would look nice. Right now, all my little vintage clip-on earrings I got on the edge of a metal shelf in my bedroom, my pink bedroom. I hope you've seen that video. And the pink, I used to. That's where I had them all, but then I moved them out to a metal shelf in the bedroom. But I did used to have them all in the bathroom. Yeah, I've got a metal shelf in there too, and they work just beautiful to clip them on the edge of the shelf. So if you haven't seen that video, if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you'd check out my pink and orange crazy bedroom and my crazy bathroom video. That would be wonderful. I did those months ago, last year. So thank you for doing that. I also found a really neat, heavy metal green and turquoise earring stand for only $1.99 at the Salvation Army. There is a brand new Salvation Army store by us. Well, I shouldn't say by us, not too far from us, in another suburb. It's so big and wide aisles. It's just really a nice store, but Norm doesn't take me there too often. I have found some very nice things there, and they were really cheap, I thought, at the Salvation Army compared to the Goodwill. So that, I still have a little dust in here. I didn't dust it before. I thrifted this quite a while back, so it's already gotten dust in it. But this one reminds me, when I saw that on the shelf at, I'm getting covered up all the time, honey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Stay more to your left. Yeah, thank you, dear. Yeah. I'm, kind of hesitant sometimes in a thrift store. I'll see something, and I remember even talking to a woman standing next to me when I had picked that up. I showed it to her. She thought it was really cute, and I said, "Do you think this is vintage?" And she didn't really know either. There is a black rubbery pad glued onto the entire bottom of it. And I think someone may have done that, and it may be covering up the maker, because this type of metal and painted like that in nice enamel colors reminds me of the earring trees that I collected for a very long time by Revere. They made all sorts of really cute animals and teenagers and butterflies, cats, dogs, you name it. And that was in the 60s. And like I said, I did collect them, but sold most of them. Then Torino started making them in just gold and silver in the 70s. So this really makes me think it's by Revere. I have never seen anything like this anywhere. If you have, I'd love to know. But it is just made really well, and I put all of these earrings that I made on it that were turquoise or green, so it makes a very fun display. I also made this, in case you're curious. It's very big, chunky beads, and these earrings too. I love making jewelry, taking things that, like this was not very cool when I found it. There were some awful looking beads in it, so I only took out the best ones, and I used different beads extension around my neck that were much smaller and comfortable, so I could show all of these much bigger beads. They are really crazy.
Yeah, it's nice.
So that's, Norm thought I should tell you that I did make that. All right, enough of the jewelry. I hope you guys, if you're watching, aren't bored. Then we have something that is pretty valuable. Oh, we didn't do that duck. I mean that big, those two birds. No. The white bird. The tall ceramic white egret. It needs painting very badly. I found it at Family Pathways for only $3.75, and even that seemed expensive to me. Maybe you can pick up that there's scratches, kind of like the paint.
Kind of tough shade.
It was grungy. Oh, I really scrubbed that. It's got a weird pearly finish on it that made me wonder if it was a hobbyist piece, but there are no initials on the bottom. And I just don't know anything about it, but I was very happy to find it, because I do have one I thrifted a couple years ago, very nicely done in ceramic, orange ceramic. It's exactly the same mold. There's no marking on the bottom of this either, but it's exactly the same. And this has a real deep orange speckled glaze on it, very nicely done. So I really don't know if they are in fact hobbyist or not, but Norm is going to spray paint this one for me if we can find a nice high gloss orange. I think it will be a different shade of orange, but I'd like them to be that color instead of having a white one. So that was not bad. Oh, this way. That was not bad. $3.75. I would have liked it even cheaper, but I'm surprised they would sell something for that. But I think they knew it was a cool retro figurine. Now, this is a very, very fun, exciting piece for me to be able to show you. I could not believe it. We go to the occasional sale that's once a month. We had talked about it many times. The Pink Squirrel, it's called, in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. And we went in March, and it was just this past Wednesday for April that they had their April sale, and we didn't go because we, spent enough there and at some antique shops recently, so we really didn't think things would change that much. But what they do before the sale, a couple of the owners will walk around quickly to all of the vendors' booths and show you what is out for the sale. And Norm and I watched that video the night before we were considering going. And this was immediately in the first area by their checkout where they started. It was sitting on a bookcase, and they went really fast because they said the video would get way too long. So they just zoomed by this, and all I could see was an outline of these birds, nothing detailed. I couldn't even see the gold on it. And I got pretty excited, and Norm and I both were watching it, and we decided to run it back and look at that again. We were pretty convinced after just a second look that it was probably the same as what we have in the living room. We have a black Dove TV lamp, and that's what this turned out to be. You can see the hole here for putting the light in, and it's a double planter. And so what time did we have to leave in the morning to open at 9 so I could grab this, or have Norm quick grab it?
We left at 7:30 because it takes a little over an hour and a half to get there. But if you speed...
Yeah, he does. He's bad. But, it's all out, highway out in the country. And
yeah, you got to go up 35W heading from Minneapolis to Duluth. But before you get halfway up, which is Hinckley, you get off of road number 70 and take that east. Cross the St. Croix River and right into Randsburg, Wisconsin. And
so
it's nice because there's a lot of gold on it.
We had to get there by 9 when they opened. Yeah, I just love it. I just am so... Oh, will you stop that?
Bird's giving you a kiss.
So thank you. We got there at 9 or 5 after or 10 after, some crazy thing, I don't know.
A couple ladies walked in first.
Yeah.
You tripped them and you got...
But Norm quick ran over and grabbed it, and I was saying, how much is it? How much is it? And when we realized what it was, and can you believe this? It was $11. Oh my goodness. I thought that was just a fantastic thrift if there ever was one. The Goodwill would charge way more than that, wouldn't they?
Probably would, yeah.
Oh. So the back of this mold is a copyright sign, and from the best we can read, it's pretty glazed over heavily, so it's really hard to read. But I haven't looked them up yet, these TV lights. Norfleet and California underneath it. So I will look that up sometime. There's a partial label on the back. You just can't read it at all. If I had a magnifying glass, I might make out a few letters on it. But anyways,
not enough to see.
It's right there. But what was so funny is I don't think they knew what they had, because the tag just said bluebirds. It's way more than bluebirds. It's 50s, maybe. I just don't know that yet either. I know they made a lot of TV lamps in the 50s and some in the 60s too. So I'm not sure which. Oh, we didn't do that one either. Yeah. So that was just so nice to find. I'm going to use it upstairs. I have been finding some really great turquoise swans that I've not shown you yet. We've got too much stuff to share to do it all in one, but this was another thrift find that was $3.75 only, but we got 25% off, so it was only $2.62. So this is lusterware. I think he looks better this way, because you can see his right leg.
Yeah.
If you turn it around the other way, you don't see the back leg as well, but yet he is facing that way. So I don't know which way I'll display him, but I will have some very nice lusterware pieces at the top of the stairs where I started putting turquoise wands and this one and another large lusterware egret that I actually talked Norm into at a Hutchinson mall, antique mall, about a month ago maybe. So that was a fun find, and I am starting to like the lusterware. I think that could have been, I don't know, early 80s were they making more lusterware things? I'll have to read up on that sometime too. So that was a fun find. No, I don't. Well, okay. Okay, we're probably getting too long here again already, but this also was an incredible find from the pink squirrel. Much earlier than finding this dove. We just found the dove TV lamp in March, but this was maybe in the winter months. I'm kind of surprised they actually put it out in the winter months. These Lefton Bluebird items are so collectible or desirable. It still has the Lefton sticker on the bottom and signed GEO for George Z Lefton and number 438. It is a teapot. It, in my opinion, is in mint condition, except for there's crazing on it. If you looked at it very close in the camera, you could see the crazing on it. I can barely see it, just looking at it without a magnifying glass or the telephone, but it's there, and that's typical. I had Namorin walked into I had Namorin walked into that sale and got partially down the aisle, and this was sitting on a shelf, and I was afraid. I knew what it was immediately. So many people are collecting these adorable anything in bluebirds, so I figured this was going to be a high-priced item, even though it was at the wonderful pink squirrel. So I still was very, very surprised, gauging on their value, that it was only $15. And that's a steal. Really. I don't know what the Goodwill would charge for something like that. As a matter of fact, I kind of doubt they'd even put it out, right? They'd sell that online, or they'd put it in their auction place.
Yeah,
I didn't look up what these are going for, but I know you can do that if you're curious. Oh, they made everything. Lefton and probably other makers like Norcrest. I think Norcrest is probably even maybe more pricey ceramics, but there could be even more than two. I only know of those two that make a lot of these adorable old collectibles, and people just love. Oh, it's so much stuff in bluebirds. Then these are some very nice pricey items that we're finding, and we're very fortunate. It's so exciting. It kind of can make you addicted to thrifting, right? This is also a very valuable item. Many people are collecting. I I even read, they said Abraham Palatnik, a Brazilian,
from Brazil,
Brazilian artist made these in the 60s or 70s. Probably ran in from the late 60s, maybe into the 70s. They are what's considered object art. It's Lucite. They are all over the internet for sale. All different animals, birds, just really, really fun, typically very thin pieces. This one is just in mint condition with, like, that isn't even scratching, and I just was looking at the bottom. That's just a sticker residue right there. This is just very minty. The stickers on the bottom, Norm will show you, it says made in Brazil. That's even good to have that sticker on there. These pieces are signed by, they're signed within the inside pattern. It is so tiny, I didn't even see it signed, where it was signed when we picked this piece up.
Let's see if we can show that.
We walked into last summer, do you think? Was it last summer or fall? We walked into an antique shop in West St. Paul, Minnesota. There's several.
If I block out Peggy,
back up. That's better.
There we go.
Yeah, you got to keep it a ways away.
He wants to pick up Peggy, and it's fighting between this and
you got to block me out. But we walked into this antique store, and of course, I believe they had this huge sign on their windows that said sale. We didn't know why they were having a big sale, but I'll tell you that in a minute. So as soon as I walked in, I immediately turned around. To my right, there was a bookcase, and this was the middle of the bookcase, back behind some things. And I looked at that and I thought, wow, that looks like the same type of thing that I had bought several years ago. I bought a cat, standing cat, that was all black lines. This is very colorful. And I did not know what it was when I bought it, but I knew it was very cool looking. I'd never seen it before. I paid $7 for that cat, and when I got in the car and started looking at trying to find it on the phone, because I saw the signature. And what it is P-A-L dot, P-A-L period, for Palatnik. It's very tiny in the tail. And I noticed that in black on the cat. So that's how I first found out about these things, was my cat. So, of course, then when I spotted this, I thought, boy, does that ever resemble the same type of lucite-looking figurine. And so I said, Norm, I don't know what this is, because like I said, I didn't see the signature. I don't know what this is, Norm, but we need to get it. It was marked $18.
Yep.
And I thought, let's take a chance. If I think it's what it is, it's pretty valuable. And I was trying to be quiet. So he took it up to the counter and said, we'll take this. And the guy behind the counter said, oh, I think everything of his over there is 50% off. So my eyes got really big, and we're grinning.
I told him I'd pay for it right now.
Yeah, take it out to the car right now.
$9.
Yeah, so Norm, you can show it up close.
It's acrylic. Yeah.
Well, they're calling all of this stuff lucite.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, I've got to get my notes out here.
No. It's really.
This is a long description, but that's a valuable piece. And maybe you've never heard of Abraham Palatnik yet.
Very thin, though.
P-A-L-A-T-N-I-K. So I'm in the store with Norm, and I'm whispering because I'm just so shocked. I'm quick on my phone. I'm trying to look it up, Abraham Palatnik Mallard, just to see if that's what came up. And so I snuck over to show Norm my phone, the picture on my phone. You can show them. Right at the top there, under the word duck.
Right down here.
That's the one that came up at First Dibs website. $545.
Yeah.
So, of course, Norm was very shocked, and I was very excited. First Dibs sells a lot of very cool stuff. I don't know if any of you have been to their website, but they're very expensive. Everything they sell is top dollar. So I am not saying by any means that this mallard is going to sell for $545 or even half that. But I did look some more yesterday. On Etsy right now, there is one they're selling with some wear on it for $89. On eBay, there is a smaller size one, only 3 3/8 inch tall. This is 6 inches tall.
At least.
This I don't have the description handy of the height of this one.
But this one's mint condition.
Yeah. But anyways,
not anything
$65 on eBay for a 3 3/8 inch one with some wear on it also.
This is good for a sportsman to put on his shelf in his trophy room.
So I don't know if Norm is going to want to keep that for a while or not. If he wants some spending money, I'll list it. But he wanted me to
Peggy
show that.
Peggy used to be a cheap date, but she's getting more expensive.
Nah, yeah, I'm still pretty reasonable.
No.
But he said it adds up badly. I know. You go to these antique shops and everything's like $4.95, and before you know it, you've got 10 things. No, I don't ever have 10 things, but yes, it adds up very quickly. Now, this last item is big. Been sitting on the floor. I talked Norm into it at a Family Pathways. I was gazing up high at this glorious looking, what I would say is
You might need to move over.
yeah,
I'm gonna
Hollywood rear where
I'm gonna lean it up to the ceiling.
it really still needs cleaning, Norm. It's been sitting in the basement. Well, did you show the whole thing from a distance? Ooh, let's not get your duck here.
Yeah, no.
The Golden Gate Bridge. I felt this was very much vintage Hollywood Regency type picture. It is called Reverse Glass Painted. Okay, this is what a description on a website called Apartment Therapy Bazaar. It is a website that sells cool retro stuff. And here is a person selling it for $299, or sold it. It says, very entertaining depiction by the Bassett Mirror Company. Sorry, I'm out of the picture here.
I'm gonna set it down.
Yeah.
It shows a lot of reflection because it's so glassy and shiny.
By the Bassett Mirror Company. It's of the Golden Gate Bridge, only this picture I'm going to show you is a different view of the bridge. It's made exactly the same. It's got the same dimensions. It is, well, now how are you going to hold that up over here?
I'm not.
You're going to make me lean forward. It's the same dimensions and everything. And it says, cleverly executed with black reverse painted glass and gold foil relief. It's just the right amount of shiny encased in all of that black. Really catches your eye. It caught my eye in the thrift store for $20. I figured we could sell it on Craigslist here. I don't want to, this is a different view. And I wrote that down because the price ended up above. It got cut off. There were 3 pages. I didn't want to print out 3 pages. That's a little different view of the bridge. There's his long description down below. And I also found this for $249.99. It is a mirror, and it's the same design as this other fellow's, and that is still for sale on eBay. And they also say rare vintage Bassett furniture mirror, San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, 36 1/4 by 24, and it's only a 1 1/4 inch thick. Absolutely beautiful. This is pre-owned, shows minor spots in the mirror, has some scratches on the sides, so it's used, and a little, and some wear here and there. But they're still asking $250 for it. So if we got half that, we'd be doing really well, really well. I took a chance. I thought I might like to display it somewhere, but it's been sitting in the basement ever since, on the floor, ever since last summer. So obviously I haven't found anywhere that I could display it. And I think we should sell it. This particular item specifics on this eBay says mid-century modern. So I was right. I took a chance. I do really like looking at that style. Obviously I have Norm spray a lot of things gold, right?
This one's already gold.
What?
I don't have to spray this one.
No, this maybe we'll try to sell on Craigslist locally here.
Yeah.
So
too hard to ship.
Wish us luck. Don't know what we're gonna do. I don't need the teapot either, the Bluebird teapot, so that is something I had to buy for $15. You know, people have commented that they're disappointed if I'm thrifting things that I'm not keeping, but doesn't it make sense to you if you're out in a thrift store and you find something very, very valuable and it's ridiculously cheap, and you know that you could make some money to, what do you call that? Help your habit? Habit of thrifting? You know?
Keep a good cash flow going.
Wouldn't you want to buy it? I can't pass up a $15 Lefton Bluebird teapot, or what else? That duck, that Lucite duck? No way. I'm gonna buy some things. I'm just terrible right now at listing things on eBay because I've been so busy with these videos, which I truly hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching us today. I really appreciate it. Norm really appreciates your wonderful support. We really have fun reading your comments. We thank you so much for that. So we hope your spring has been very blessed and will continue to be. So thank you so much. Yep. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Enjoyed it.
Bye.
Bye.